Hi, my name is Greg Farrell. I'm the Whitetail Product Line Manager here at Lite, and today I'm going to be running you through the brand new Whitetail Catalyst System, both jacket and bibs. Yeah, so the reason we created the Whitetail Catalyst System is really to be a super versatile, kind of like more early season piece that can actually also span into your middle of the season when you layer underneath it. So the problems that this system is going to solve is in the early season you get pretty high temperature swings. So if you're walking in an afternoon, it's going to be a lot warmer than it's going to be at the end of the sit, when you're climbing down from your stand. So both the bib and the jacket use our proven 2-layer soft shell system, and what this does is it's going to breathe really well while you're walking in those warmer temperatures, so you don't get too sweated up. You don't get stinky, but it also insulates really well as those temperatures drop towards the end of a sit. So you're kind of getting the best of both worlds in terms of temperature regulation. Other big problems that this kit solves is it solves all of the problems or all of the needs of a true tree stand whitetail hunter. So on the pants, on the bibs, you're going to get full side zips, and what this allows you to do is allows you to dump heat. Again, walking in, keep yourself nice and cool. But it also allows you to layer really easy, whether you want to go over the top of your rubber boots or inside of your rubber boots, or if you choose to wear hikers at this point in the season, it's going to integrate really well with those. So that's a great feature of the bibs. In addition to that, you're going to get magnetic pockets that are rotated towards the front of the pant. The magnets are completely silent for entry and exit into those, and because of the location of these pockets, it's really going to allow you to access those pockets really well while you're sitting in a tree stand. And then another one of the most notable features is we've included our proven kit link system into both these pieces. So in the bib here, you see the kangaroo pouch pocket on the front, which works and integrates seamlessly with the kit link pass-through on the jacket. So what that allows you to do is it allows you to wear no or very few gloves on your hands and keep them warm, keep them nice and close to your body. On the jacket, the problems that this piece is solving for the whitetail hunter, obviously the kit link system, which I mentioned already. You have a removable hood on this piece, which is great. If you're a hood person, you can leave that on, give yourself a little extra protection. If you don't like hoods, it just snaps off, 2 snaps and a zipper. And then this piece also has your standard harness pass-through as well. So you're getting really all those features that you need out of a tree stand piece. Yeah, so realistically, the development of this piece actually started 3-4 years ago when we brought to market the Catalyst jacket and pant, which lives in our Western big game line. And what I mean by that is that fabric package we found to be extremely durable, extremely quiet, and hold up really well with the DWR that we have on it, in a pop-up rainstorm. So the fabric development started 4+ years ago on this piece. And what we did is really use that foundation, and we honed these 2 pieces to be really effective and specific to the whitetail hunter. So some changes that we made through development were increasing size of specific pockets, as whitetail hunters typically carry more things into the field with them in those pockets. Orienting those pockets in places that are easy to get to, whether you're standing in a tree stand or sitting down, so changing the location. For example, rotating a cargo pocket to front of thigh. And then obviously taking silence into the equation with where specific pockets are oriented to get into your kit link, putting magnets in specific pockets. Those are all things that we took what we knew about this great fabric package and built it into a system that is specific to the whitetail hunter. Other things that would fall in line with that are going to be obviously harness pass-through for your tree stand safety harness. So that integrates right through your jacket, and then the removable hood as well. Our ethos at Lite is we never want our customer to be our guinea pig. So the beginning development, the beginning testing of this specific pieces, started almost 2 years ago. That initial testing, a lot of that is lab testing. It's on the textiles themselves, and then that moves into finished good testing, both in the lab and in-house. And then really, what that progresses to is in the field testing. And for us, that's what's the most important, because we hunt, we participate in these activities in the field, so they have to perform there. So these specific pieces were actually put through their paces. They were in the field all of last season. That testing started in the Midwest, in the early season, the early archery season, September, October. and actually moved all the way into, you know, even late November. So we wanted this piece to be super versatile. So we tested it in kind of both extremes, like in the September hunts when it can be 70, 80 degrees. We also tested all the way down, you know, to the 20s. Now, obviously those two temperature ranges are gonna be the far end of either spectrum. This piece is kind of made to live in the middle, but we wanted to make sure that it could perform on these either ends of the spectrum, you know, with layering, with various layering systems underneath. So the Whitetail Catalyst system was really designed to work kind of like from your opener or just after your opener, you know, probably spanning, you know, the first month and a half of the season. So if we take the Midwest, for example, as a geographic region, we apply some temperature ranges to that. Where I love to use this piece is, you know, I would say like that 60-degree range, mid-60s is kind of the upper end, you know, the warmest in conditions in which I would wear this kit. And for me, that's gonna be the pants standalone, so no base layer underneath. And then I'm wearing like a Wick 150, a really light base layer underneath the jacket. I'd probably walk in without the jacket on and then put that on once I got into my stand, knowing I can vent out of my bibs. The other end of that spectrum, you know, I can easily run this kit down into the 40s. And when that happens, you know, I'm gonna be adding a base layer, most likely probably like a kiln base layer or furnace base layer underneath my bib. And then I'll still have that same Wick 150 as my next to skin on top of body, and then I'll be adding probably like a furnace or again a kiln on top of that with the jacket to get me into that 40-degree range. Yeah, so for testing this piece, one of the main locations that we tested the Catalyst system in this year was in Wisconsin. And you know, for me, I loved those like mid to low 50s. You know, any of those days when I was getting those mid to low 50s, this was the piece I was running. It performed really well in terms of keeping me, not having me overheat when I was walking in. A lot of times I'd be walking with just the bibs vented on the side, and then I could add my jacket as soon as I got up in my stand. There's a few specific days that I was excited to test this piece because we had rain in the forecast. And because of the DWR that's on this piece, it's by no means a rain jacket, but in those instances where you get, you know, caught in a pop-up rainstorm or have a little bit of precipitation, the DWR on this does a good job of keeping you dry and not wetting out in those situations as well. So really any of those, you know, mid to low 50s, upper 40s, that's gonna be kind of the sweet spot if you vary your layering with these two pieces. If you have any more questions on anything you've seen or heard today, feel free to give our customer service line a call, and we will definitely make sure to get you connected with one of our Whitetail specific customer service reps who can walk you through any questions you have on this Whitetail outerwear, any questions you have about what's right for you, or any questions you have about any of the specific features of any of the First Lite Whitetail outerwear.